on the stage right now, singing your favorite song.
What's up with YouTube? Whether you're new here or not, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, today we're gonna be doing a Fulani style. It's very trendy now, so I'm super excited to try it. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. First thing I'm going to do is show y'all what all I'm using. We have this hair. I'm gonna be making mine's like maybe this length, but from right here, that's kind of long. So, you know, that's why I got the long hair, but well, long is short hair, but it's still gonna be pretty short. That's 42 inches. Oh wow. We're also gonna be using some free tress hair. I tried to find the real hair in my hair store, but we don't have it, and I didn't order it ahead of time, so I have to use the free tress hair. They said it's the best hair they got. That's not real, the best synthetic hair they got. So let's see how this turned out, because I got history with free tress, and we'll just see how it turned out. Also gonna be using these shells, and I have some beads, and we're gonna need some rubber bands, which I don't have on me right now. Also have my jam, needing some comb, ponytail holders, just to kind of like hold my hair in places and all of that. Now let's get to the actual hairstyle. As I said, we was doing Fulani braids. If you do the regular ear to ear part, then your hair is going to stop about right here, and the individual is going to start. That's going to make it a lot bulkier. Also, knotless braids helps it lays flatter, but you still want to bring that part of where the braid's going to end back a little bit, so it's already going to be getting braided down, so it'll lay way flatter. Okay, so when we do our ear to ear part, we're actually going to go behind the ear, kind of where, like, see where our hairline is going up right here? We're going to just, I guess, continue it going up. And that's how far back we want it. Now, we want this part to be straight, but it don't have to be so straight to where, like, you know, get the jam and define the part as I usually do. Now, since we are doing these, the front and scalp braids, I do want to blow dry the front, but we're going to wait till we get to the front, because I don't want to give my hair no time to shrink up. Now, in the back, I'm just going to be doing some plain knotless braids. I am going to add the free tress hair throughout it, and I'm going to add the beads and the shells at the end of it, and I might add some shells, you know, like throughout the actual like braid, which I'll show y'all maybe like 2 braids in the back of me doing it, but the main attraction is the front half. So I'm just kind of going to go over that part. Y'all know how I usually do the first braid, a braid in the middle, and then the edge on camera, but this time around we're just going to do one braid on camera, which is going to be the last tip top of the braid at the top. Nothing special, just to show y'all how I'm adding the shells in it and how I end off the braid with a bead. And I'm also going to be adding free tress, a piece of free tress hair in every braid. So that's all I'm really going to show y'all when it comes to the back, because the back is so generic, so common, so plain. I just don't feel the need to keep going over the same method in different videos. So with that being said, I will get right back to y'all when I'm on the last braid of the back of my hair. Some people are going to think that I'm crazy, but I don't care. All that matters to me is Isaiah.
Shawty made that ass clap, she don't need no applause. High fashion, like gold, y'all. G-Wagon, or the Rover. I put some ice on you cause you got it cold. I know I gotta keep my shawty on the goals on. Got the ass to the floor. You ain't gotta do it on these niggas no more. I've been in fiance, is that okay? Is it okay if I call you my pride, baby? I ain't no player, I just got a lot of faith. But let me tell you, I like you a lot of faith. I wanna start at the top and I'm out of it. Now you
gonna blow dry this real quick off camera. So I want the top part to be in the V shape. So what I'm gonna do is part out the middle, a nice middle part to guide. It don't have to be like super sharp, but it do need to be straight. I'm just gonna make a triangle like so, like that. I want my braids to kind of overlap. Like, I don't want it to come to a point, right? I want to leave a row for the braid, because it's going to be a braid and then a braid right here on top of it. So it's not going to actually come to a point. I'm gonna braid this out the way, and I'm gonna do basically the same thing on the other side. For my first section, we're gonna be doing this cross right here. This is my first time ever doing anything that's crossing like this, and then on my own head is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm in the mall with the shells. I'm not gonna lie. This stressed me out. The first section, and I'm already getting stressed out. But I think that has a lot to do with the fact that my edges are sparse. And I don't know, maybe I just need a little bit more practice. So first thing I'm gonna do is section off the square, and I'm gonna make sure that the line goes with this right here. So it's like, this is an even section. It don't go from big to small or small to big. So we gotta slant it a little bit just to make sure that it evenly, like it flows with the triangle that's gonna be in the middle of our head, instead of everything going straight back and then there's a big triangle. We want everything to flow together. This is already a very busy hairstyle with the crisscross and patterns and beads and curls. With the way our head is shaped, it doesn't have to be super slanted to even match the V shape, which is good. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna need a beginning and the end for both of it. I'm going to do the ones going down first, and then I'm going to do the ones going back. So the ones going back is going to need the beginning and end. The ones going down is all here, like it's no problem. They're not crossing nothing, so it's super simple. But for the ones going back, that's a different story. So we're going to part out the beginning for the hair, because it needs something to connect to. If we don't connect this to nothing, it'll just be the individual braid. We could just do the beginning and end, but I like the middle for a bit of a more secure braid. Make sure the braid stays straight-ish looking, in my case, and also so it's not too much pressure on my edges. Those are, I had no money left from acting, I was focused on the music. Part these in 3 braids, but this one is gonna be 2. One of them is gonna be for the going across. So I'm gonna part out one. This will be a braid. Then when I part out the next braid, I'm gonna leave a gap in between it, so it'll be a gap of hair in between 2 of these braids. I'm telling y'all this because I don't know how much storage I got left, so I'm just gonna be on storage saving mode real quick. Smooth it back, smooth it forward, and I'm sure y'all know how to do a scalp braid, regular scalp braid, if you're doing a complex style like this. Hopefully this ain't your first time doing scalp braids. So I'm gonna add in the piece of hair after I've already braided it a little bit, and I'm just gonna go down and I gradually get bigger. Now a mistake that a lot of people make is the positioning of your hand. If your hand, your dominant hand is pulled back, your braid is naturally gonna start going back. So you have to make sure you're making an extra effort to pull this dominant hand forward to make sure your braid is going straight down and it's not, you know, veering towards the back. It does hurt. It's a minute of extreme uncomfortability, but And I'm telling you, that's what it takes to get that straight braid. If you've ever had a problem with that, because I know I did. Now, when I get to the end, that's when I'm gonna add my curly piece, and like I did the other ones, section it off. Once I braid down a little bit, I'm gonna add another piece of hair, because my real hair, it's not too much of my real hair left in it, and it's kind of like an individual from like right here. So this is basically like what I'm braiding now is how much would be left of my real hair if I had parted an individual about this tall and this wide. If that make any sense at all, you get me? Then it seemed like it's a small braid regarding my real hair. The weave is long enough to carry on throughout the whole thing. If you had long hair, you would not have to add an extra piece of hair at the end, but that replaces my real hair. Alright y'all, so I've gone down with them. As y'all can see, it's a space in the middle, like I said, the space in the front, and the space in the back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the gaps and split these to half. I'm trying my best to explain this to the best of my ability. So I'm gonna have to split it. The first section, make sure you have enough on the bottom to have a good sturdy braid that's not gonna pull your hair out. Okay, then we're gonna go to the second section and split that in half too. Don't have to be straight, y'all. We're gonna go back and fix it, make sure it's straight. And then I'm gonna go to the last section, split that in half. Now I'm gonna put the gem on it. Now, to make life a little bit easier for me, I'm gonna take these two braids and just kind of wrap them in the back here. Started off basically as a knotless braid. A braiding one, then adding the hair. Now, the only difference with this is you don't have hair to add right behind it because we got that braid that's going down in between it. So what we're gonna do is just keep on adding the hair to that same braid. So it's basically a knotless braid, and the goal is not to make it all look straight with this kind of knotless braids. The goal is to make it gradually get bigger as you go down with this kind of knotless braid. It's basically the concept of trying to do this. This is also how you do scalp braids on someone with like a bald spot or something. Okay, we got a little bit more to go before we can reach it without pulling on our hair too bad. So we're gonna keep on adding the hair and braiding. And as you can see, this is just an individual braid. What's gonna make it that scalp braid is when I grab this, I'm gonna split it in half just like that, and then I'm gonna add this to that and get the other half and go like that. And then I'm gonna add another piece of hair. That's what make it the scalp braids, is connecting them to the hair spots in the middle. That's what I got them there for, with the hair spots in between them. But we're gonna make sure we're not pulling on this too bad. So from now on, as I'm braiding the rest of this braid until I get done, you know, braiding the hair, I'm gonna have to continuously, every time I braid, I'm gonna have to continuously pull this back to make sure I'm not pulling my edges too bad. Okay, we have made it to the back. So to try to get a better visual of this, I split this in half, put this in one strand, braid, and with, well, no, with the back half, I want all of it to go into one strand so it can be as tight as possible. So I'm put it all in there, and I'm going to braid. So pull it forward so it's not pulling on my edges too bad. Since I'm at the end, I'm going to add my curly piece. I hope y'all understood that. I tried to explain that and show that to the best of my ability. And then we're gonna add in that last piece of hair. I like to comb it and just kind of bring it down. Start underhanding it or overhand. I don't know which one this is. I get confused. But either way, it helps me braid better. So. Alright, y'all. I just cut the hair. And I put these two that's going back behind my ear and the two that's going down in front of my ear. And that's what the first section is looking like. Alright, y'all. So next part, we're going to do some triangle knotless braids. And this row is designed with the clamp. There's really nothing to show you. It's just regular knotless braids. I can show you how I part it, I guess. I just didn't want to come back with a whole row there and y'all be like, whoa, where'd that come from? So with my hair being how my hair is, I'm doing 4. I'm doing them in triangles. So I'm going to just, with my edges going kind of slantly that way, it only makes sense that the first part is going that way to make this into a triangle. I like to pre-part my hair just in case I make like a mistake or something. I can easily go back and fix it. With my edges, I'm gonna kind of swoop them back, but I want a clear line of what not to get in. So I'm going to extend this line all the way to my edges, clamp it. Then I'm going to make this into a triangle to leave my edges out because, as y'all know, postpartum really took a toll on my hair. So I have broken off hair that can pass its edges, but I also have enough hair that I can braid into it. This all is broken off hair. You see that? That's broken off. It's grown back, that's why it's that long, but it used to be bald. So that way when I braid it, it's the actual triangle. I left my edges out and I braid on my edges, and I'm not leaving too much out. I'm back. We are about to do this little twisty design right here. When I parted this, that I'm not gonna have enough room right here. So I just decided to disturb the triangle and make it come to a point, because I looked at another picture and it is overlapping, like the thing go like that, and it, y'all gonna see. We're gonna keep the line the same angle though, so it can match the rest of my hair, because the rest of my hair was parted off of that angle. Y'all, I was scared that this row of individuals covered the crisscross pattern, but when I looked in the mirror, it actually didn't. Like, I can still kind of see it. It's like a peekaboo, but you can see it, you know. I'm gonna divide them into 3 rectangles. I've sectioned out these 3 sections. So for this bottom one, it's gonna start like that. This is, pretend this is a cross. So this should be a down, up, down. So what'll really help me keep that in mind is molding it. So like I just said, this one gonna be going into a circle down, low loop, down, but I want the corners to meet, so I'm gonna just mold this corner up. See how my comb is at an angle to mold it up? This one gonna be in the upper circle, but I need my corners down, so I'm just molding my corners down. And this one is honestly no big deal. Just wanted to meet at the corner. They can just slant like that. I'm gonna start at the corner right here, not back like a straight part, but a corner part, so I can curve this. I'm gonna start braiding up towards the corner. I'm gonna add in one more piece of hair. As y'all can see, I have a bead in between it. I'm not going to connect this corner yet, but I am going to braid this braid down. Push that all the way down, like y'all just saw me do. Then I'm gonna have to take the braid down a little bit to be able to continue and start it where it needs to start it. So right there where the bead stops. And then I'm going to connect just the corner. Notice I'm not straight back. I'm braiding from corner to corner. I'm going upward with it. I get to the tippity top, add a strand. Now I'm gonna make my way back down to this next corner, which is where I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm not gonna connect it. I'm gonna add a bead, add my curly piece. Y'all know the rest from here. So I'm at the point where I'm at the bead. Now I knew I did this with the light bead easily, but the brown bead is kind of hollow. I don't even know if I can get this through it. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna just crochet it underneath. With this one, I crocheted through there, and then I had to crochet it under there with the dark one in the back. But you know what? It's alright. Hope y'all saw what I just did. I forgot to explain it, but I really just crocheted under the bead. So yeah, I mean, you would think you could just do this one first and then crochet it, but my plan was to crochet it through the bead, so that's why I didn't do the top one first. But to make it easier on yourself, you could just crochet the top, braid the top one first and just add the bead on the top braid, whichever one you're gonna do at the top. So this is how it turned out, y'all.
We thought the little effort that you put in was enough, girl. How about now? Yeah. How about now, girl? What about now, girl? How about now?
Bring that off, because you'll snap.
Daddy's little angel. I bought your dad a bunch of shit for Christmas. He ain't even say thank you.
It's dark and I got my lamps on. But anyway, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if y'all liking these hair videos, because one get no views, another get a lot of views. So I need feedback. I need to know what's good with y'all, what y'all want to see in the videos. Maybe something like a Q&A or a story time instead of just a plain tutorial, you know. Thank you again for 1.1K. Thank you for watching. God bless.